Hey everyone! Welcome back to Nia's Nest. You guys are actually outside of my nest right now. We are in my backyard and my husband just did this really awesome outdoor patio furniture area, so I thought I'd film a video out here for you guys today. So, if you guys follow me on Instagram at NiaGirl9, you may have seen a post that I made last week talking about some new things that are coming to this channel. And today I kind of wanted to do an introduction and kind of like first video for that little series that I was talking about over on Instagram. I think it's really cool the way that life takes you into circles sometimes, and how just like the cycle of life, how it works. You know, there's ups and downs, there's highs and lows, and you just never know where life is going to take you. So starting this week, today in this video, I'm going to be doing sort of like a then versus now series. And basically I'm just going to be bringing you guys along with me as I dive into where my life is at today versus where it was at last year on this day. I've decided to do this little series because last year I went through a lot of changes. I went through a lot of changes spiritually, physically, emotionally. My marriage went through a lot of changes. Our family grew from 4 to 5 within the last year. And I can remember very specifically the dates that certain things happened on. And so I want to go through that journey with you guys, diving into it, really digging deep into what happened then versus now, and just kind of learn together why sometimes certain things are worth fighting for, why sometimes loss isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, and just how God can really transform our lives into something completely polar opposite from what we're used to. Exactly 1 year ago, I took a pregnancy test. Me and my husband had been trying to conceive our third child for about 6 months at this point, and I really believed I was pregnant. I was a couple of days late on my period. I was really moody. I was feeling really nauseous, and I was like, you know what, why not? I'm gonna take a pregnancy test. I had been taking pregnancy tests every month up until the month of June, and I decided I'm not gonna take any more pregnancy tests. Well, then I was late on my period. I felt really nauseous, and I was like, you know what? Just forget that logic. I'm gonna go ahead and take a pregnancy test. It came back negative, and I was really disappointed. This was probably like the 5th negative pregnancy test that I had taken. For the first time in our marriage, we felt really ready to have another child. The other 2 were surprise babies, and you know, it was just really disappointing. And so on that day, it was Father's Day. It was June 22nd of 2015, and I decided that instead of wallowing in my sadness, I was gonna trust that God had a plan and turn it into something happy. So what I did was wrap up the pregnancy test, and I gave it to my husband as a gift. And he opened it up. I'll put a card right here to that video. And he opened it up and he was like, what? No, oh, no, you're really not pregnant, because he saw the negative sign on it. So that was then. And now we are back at Father's Day weekend 2016. I have a very healthy and beautiful 2.5-week-old baby, and the desires of my mommy heart were answered. And I feel so blessed and so thankful to have that sweet little bundle of joy. She is really just a blessing straight from above. I mean, she came at exactly the right time, and even though I was disappointed this time last year, I could not be more grateful for the timing that God had in mind. You know, you never know what God has in store. Our fleshly, earthly desires, you know, we just want to be selfish and have what we want when we want it. But I am just so thankful that I have a Father who looks out for me and has my best interests at heart, because His timing really is true perfection, and I'm super grateful. From that day forward, a lot of things unfolded in our lives. I mean, some would say that our life went through like a domino effect last year, from just one thing right after the next. And it all started on Father's Day 2015, and you know, I can definitely say that some of the things in that domino effect were happy things, but there were also a lot of really unfortunate, heartbreaking things that happened in our life last year, and I think they happened for a reason. I don't think that God intends for me to keep those things buried deep inside. I think that He has allowed me to heal from certain things so that I can share my story with others. By the time this video is uploaded, I'll have like an official series title for this then versus now thing that I'm doing. And in between, I'll still be doing sit down mommy chatty Q&A type videos. So just be on the lookout for that. I hope you guys come back and hear from my heart, and we can really just learn from one another and engage with each other on just the things that happen in real life. I feel like a lot of times we try to hide on social media the real things that happen in our life. You know, we post the pictures when our houses look the cleanest, We put the best filters on so that things look pretty. We use the right captions so that we sound really poetic and happy. And you know, there are just days when those things don't exist. There are actually like long phases with a bunch of days where those things don't exist. And I want to share those days with you. I want to share from my heart what happened last year, how I was changed, how my family was changed, and just overall the transformation that took place within my nest, because it's been a giant transformation. So without further rambling, I will cut it short here. If you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that we can stay on this journey together, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for joining me. Bye.